All right. Welcome to another YouTube video. So in today's video, a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about how to keep your hair nice and healthy, healthy and strong. Things that I do. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways, so bear in mind, but I'm still learning and I thought I should share my experience. So the reason why I'm making this video is because there's not many black creators out there who are making when I mean black creators, I mean like creators with like my type of hair, shorter hair. I'm not talking about the longer hair. That make videos on like how to maintain like just shorter hair. There are some YouTubers out there, so shout out to those guys. But yeah, I wanted to make this video just to kind of offer a perspective, my own perspective. Some of you guys already know I went bald a few months ago, so I've literally just been maintaining my hair and I just been like taking care of it and I just been focusing on that. So there's a few essentials that I have that I wanted to share with you guys that I use. So I'm going to share it with you right now. The first thing I have, brush number one, brush number two. Okay. So I use this brush mainly to kind of like, this is the kind of the brush that I can use to kind of like, I would say, no, I don't want to say detangle, but like kind of like, keep my hair like nice and like straight. Because sometimes like, my hair does curl up really can curl up really fast. So this one is more like used to like style my hair, like kind of like move it to a certain direction. When I first started growing my hair, I used this one simply because this one was good. It kind of like helped me put it at a certain direction. It increased the blood flow, so things like that. First things that you need are probably a brush. I would say a brush is probably one of the most important things you need. If you don't have a brush, get a brush. I used to not brush my hair, and my hair used to be like, it used to be like curly and like not necessarily curly in a good way either, like just curly and like very unhealthy. Now, next on the list, I'm gonna say get a do-rag. Okay, so getting a do-rag is something that's super key. The reason why I say getting a do-rag, put it on every night. I put on my do-rag every single night. I don't wear it outside, but I do put on a do-rag every single night. It helps. What happens is it just helps keep my hair nice and like moistured. It kind of keeps the moisture within, and also at the same time too, when you're like moving your head around with your pillow, it can kind of damage like certain parts of your hair. So that's another important thing. I remember one time I was growing out my hair. I did not take care of my hair at all. I just want to grow it out. And what happened was there was like white things all over my hair. It was pretty gross, but like I didn't realize that. Like I knew, but I didn't take care of my hair at that time. It was like maybe 5 years ago. I didn't take care of my hair and it was a huge thing. Like if I had a do-rag, my hair would have grown a lot better and it would have looked a lot better too. So that's one of the keys I would say. Get a do-rag. A do-rag is probably one of the most important things as well, especially if you have our type of hair. And even if especially even if you want to keep your hair short, having a do-rag will kind of enable you to just just have your hair nice and healthy. And my hair has been like, I just came out of the shower, so you guys can see that I did put on like something, and I'm gonna share that with you guys next. So the next one I did, or I have, is Jamaican black castor oil. I'm gonna see if I can zoom this to you guys. Yep, there you go. Jamaican black castor oil. This is something I highly recommend for all of you guys. So this is the brand I use. It's not a sponsor or anything like that. It's just the brand that I use. So the reason why I use Jamaican black castor oil or shea butter, one of the two. If you want shea butter as well, you can also check out the family business. We also sell shea butter as well. Now the reason why I use one of these two is what it does is like, especially after I take a shower, my hair will be wet. I'll put this on, and what it does, it kind of keeps my hair moisture, keeps my it strengthens my hair. My hair feels a lot like just it feels stronger, and it just feels healthy. When I wake up in the morning, because I have my do rag on, I can still like feel like the like some of the oil within it, so it lasts a long time too. A little bit goes a long way, like shea butter. If you have shea butter, I would say melt the shea butter before putting on your hair. I don't necessarily like using just a regular shea butter, like the hard shea butter. I like to melt it. Something you don't need, but I would say it's pretty important is having one of these things. Like this is the Andis. I would say having something like this is the Andis one. The reason why I say this, you don't really need a like an actual like razor, like one of the things to cut your hair, unless you like cutting your hair, or that's what you do. The reason why I like this is because this helps me line up my hair. So what I'll do every now and then, when I see that my hair is like looking like a little bit off, I'll line up my hair and then on my own, and I'll kind of like just do that, and I'll kind of fix it up myself. So what that does is I don't have to go to a barber for like, it can last maybe another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is. And yeah, I don't have to go to a barber, and I can do it myself, and it's another skill, right? So that's something I've done for a long time. Just kind of like line up my own hair. Sometimes I fall off, and sometimes I get lazy, but overall this helps as well, especially if you're about to go outside or you're about to go to like an event. Even if you're doing a live stream, a live call or something, you see like your hairline is not like looking, you know, you see that the lineup is not looking fresh, so you may want to use that and just kind of go through it. Now, the next one, the last one, I would say this is probably one of the, it's pretty important if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, you can always do it on your own as well. The next one is to make sure to go to a barber, okay? Going to a barber is something that I would say is one of the more important things, because what a barber will do is your hair will grow, right? But what will happen is your hair will start to grow at different places. It'll get to an awkward stage. What going to barber does, it just helps you grow your hair out a lot better. Like it'll help with your like look better, especially if it's a summer and you're growing out your hair. You may want to go to a barber, get to line it up or whatever, or just get it nice and fresh. And then that way, as your hair grows, you can figure out what you want to do with your hair. Now, there are people who say, oh, grow out your hair throughout the awkward stage and this and that. For me, I just can't do that. Like, the best I can do is like grow out my hair to a certain length. But for me, as once my hair grows, it gets out of control. So that's one thing I do. I go to a barber. I try to go once a month at least, like maximum 2 months, but I try to go once a month, at least once a month. If you can go more, of course, that's great. If you can't, once a month. If you can't afford once a month, then maybe try 2 a month. Or if you can't afford it, just buy some clippers and start cutting your hair. There's a lot of tutorials online where you can learn. But yeah, guys, I wanted to share this video because I know it's a little bit of a different video, but I think it's something that would be really cool for us to learn. And yeah, I think it's something that could be beneficial to all of us. So if you like this video, please hit the like, subscribe, hit all that good stuff, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay authentic. Peace.